Douglas Lumsden.
To ask the First Minister what support the Scottish Government will make available to the reported 372 members of staff affected by the Arjowiggins paper mill at Stonywood in Aberdeen entering administration.
First Minister.
This is an exceptionally difficult time for those being made redundant at Arjowiggins in Aberdeen, and those affected are our immediate priority. They are, of course, already receiving support through our PACE initiative. A partner event is taking place in Aberdeen today, in fact, and a jobs fair has been arranged for the 10th of October. Scottish Enterprise has been working extensively with Arjowiggins. Unfortunately, conditions deteriorated, and despite everyone's best efforts, it was not possible to secure a sale of the business. Scottish Enterprise is working with administrators to understand possibilities for the business going forward. The Business Minister is providing regular updates to local elected representatives, has spoken with Unite the Union today and is speaking with the administrator this afternoon.
Douglas Lumsden.
Presiding Officer, it's now a week since the mill went into administration, and this is the first time I've heard the First Minister mention it. When BIFAB went into administration, the First Minister flew back from Germany. When Ferguson's went into administration, they nationalised the yard. When Michelin's in Dundee closed, Scottish Enterprise turned it into an innovation park. But when it's jobs in Aberdeen, you are nowhere to be seen and we're met with a wall of silence. So can I ask the First Minister, when are you going to come up to Aberdeen to speak to the workers whose livelihoods are in jeopardy? And what steps are the Scottish Government taking to ensure the mill can be saved, or all those affected can find alternative employment, because the loss of over 300 jobs needs more than the usual PACE response?
First Minister.
Of course, the actions that the member sets out in relation to other companies is regularly, as indeed we have heard just today, criticised by the Scottish Conservatives. But I really do think the member, on a really serious issue that I understand his concern about, is doing a disservice to everybody affected here. The Scottish Government has been working principally through Scottish Enterprise since 2019, since it first became clear that the company was facing administration, to try to find an alternative future and to find a buyer for that company. Despite all of these best efforts, that has not proved possible. That is deeply regrettable. But the Scottish Government and Scottish Enterprise, as I set out in some detail in my original answer, will continue to provide support to the workers in the ways I have set out, and will continue to do all we can to understand what possibilities there might be for the business going forward. The Business Minister is always willing to speak to local elected representatives in these situations. That is as true here as it is in any other situation, and I would encourage the member. I am sure his concern here is absolutely genuine for the workers involved here, but I would encourage him to engage with the Minister and to engage with the Government so that we can, notwithstanding our many differences, perhaps work together in their interests.
Jackie